time for my midweek pickup. I'm on the go, so y'all bear with me if the camera start moving a little bit or whatever. Today I want to talk about faith in God. It's something that was probably tested a lot if you are one of God's children. And when I say that, I'm saying that because a lot of us tend to forget and we lose it so fast, and then when we really need it, we don't know how to get back there. So today I want to talk about that and just kind of give you some things that's on my mind about that type of stuff. But anyway, this past weekend was probably one of the scariest things that I thought could have probably happened in my life happened to one of my good friends. And I'm not going to go into detail about it or whatever, but it's a lot of things that we tend to get tested on and we don't know why and we don't understand. But you gotta always keep the faith. And I say that because we don't understand sometimes how fortunate we really are until our back is up against the wall. And sometimes with our back being up against the wall, when we should grasp for the faith that we need, sometimes we tend to question and to doubt even more. And all that is the enemy, of course. And we have to recognize that, because if you don't recognize it, you're not going to be guarded up against it. And if you're not guarded up against it, then that's when he's going to push a little bit harder on you. Now, this is going to work hand in hand, I guess you could say, because, or let's do opposite of the coin, if you will. Of course, something bad is going to happen, or something bad has happened, or whatever, and then you could think the worst case scenario about whatever's going on, the worst case scenario, but in your mind, because you still have, I'm telling you like that, when they say that mustard seed, it's real, because if you're truly one of God's children, you're still going to have in the back of your mind that, hey, I got to turn to God. God's in control. He's going to get me through this. So instead of you trying to get the worst possible scenario out of your head, what do? You have to turn faith on, and you have to turn it on hard, and you have to tell yourself, and everything's going to be all right. God's got me. God's going to do, what God does. And sometimes those tests and situations can get piled up on us so hard, so heavy, and it feels like, nothing else can go wrong. And it feels like if something else goes wrong, the bridge is going to break, you know what I'm saying? The ground beneath you is going to fall, and you're going to fall, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And you might feel, that it's nothing you can do, and you might say to yourself, hey, I can't have nothing else go wrong, or I'm just not going to be able to take it. And lo and behold, something else goes wrong. And then this something else can be something that's way more major than anything else that you have gone through in your whole entire life, anything. And you might have thought you was going through something, but you get sideswiped with something else. And that's when the test comes. And a lot of people don't understand that, and they don't, they don't get a lot of people say, why would God put me through a test like this? Wow, and they start questioning. Number one, it's hard, but you can't question it. You cannot question it. I know it's hard, and us being, humans, of course, we're going to have that question, why is this happening? But you gotta always know, you gotta keep your faith, because you have to always understand that God has a plan. He has a plan, but you got to give it all to him so he can let his plan work. You know what I'm saying? Because when you let doubt enter, it starts sucking the faith right out of you. Like a pinhole in a balloon. The balloon didn't pop, but the air is running out. It's getting low. And I'm telling you, faith is something very hard to keep when it seems like everything is attacking you. Everything. But you got to look for victories through your trials. You know what I'm saying? Like, really look at it, because you got to understand, and it sounds crazy, but whatever situation you're in, no matter if it's life or death, or bills, whatever the situation is, it's messed up to say, but it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? God's not gonna put on you what you can't handle, number one. So it could seem like a whole lot, but then, you know what I'm saying, when you're on the beginning side of it, it seems like you can't handle it at all. But just like every day in every situation, time's going to keep going. It's going to keep clocking, like just like this, 6:36, 6:37, 6:38. It's still going to keep going. I could even push pause on it and it won't keep counting the seconds on the phone, but time's still going. You know what I'm saying? So at the beginning stage, you might feel like you can't do it. It's nothing else that you can't go on. But then, as time passes, and things are brought to your attention, and you might be getting to the point to where you're starting to figure it out. The stress is lifting a little bit. It's still there, but it's lifting off of you a little bit. And you kind of feel it, but you still worried, you still scared, but you feel the tension easing a little bit. That's one of the victories that you have to recognize. You know what I'm saying? Because you was tore up at first, completely just demolished, ripped to pieces. But after, after the plan starts getting into motion, after it starts working, after you said, hey, let me just let God do God, after you say that, and the wheels start turning and the gears start grinding and everything, that's when it starts easing up off of you. The problem may not be solved, but then, you're better than you were 2 hours prior. And then 2 hours later after that, then the problem may be solved. And sometimes the time frame isn't that fast. Sometimes it's not that fast. Sometimes the stress level is all the way to 1,000,000. But when you have true faith, yes, you go be stressed out, and when you don't question, and when you can recognize, the sides that's being played right here, you always got all-powerful being on your side, as long as you're on his side. If I know y'all got it, because I was reading the other day, and when you follow him, and when you truly follow him, and you're ready to get your mind right, and you try and think as he would think on certain situations, and listen to me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to sit up here and preach to you or nothing like that, because I'm not a preacher. I'm just a dude that goes through situations in life, and I feel like, one of my gifts is to try and put my situations out there so other people can dodge, certain things or whatever. So I'm not trying to pretend like I'm holier than thou, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to do that or nothing like that. I'm just trying to give you some tools that could help you, that helped me, and that could help you even better than it helped me, because maybe at the point in time, maybe I was questioning, maybe I was the one that had the doubt, but I had to remember, and I'm telling you, y'all read it, y'all done seen it before, everybody who watches this, you have some type of history in your DNA that what the Bible is and what it says because you grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what you're doing now, you know, it's encoded in you. So you hear what I'm saying. If you're watching this, you hear what I'm saying. But when you are really ready, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not ready, but I'm trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? But when you're really ready to let God have you fully, you are going to be empowered, you know what I'm saying, by Him. So that means that, you know, a lot of things that that may hinder you now, you know what I'm saying, once you get to that point where you know what I'm saying, what it is, you know who He is, you know what I'm saying, who you follow, you know what I'm saying, and that's God, of course, you know. But when you know that, you get empowered by Him, you know what I'm saying? So some of the things that may have stopped you before ain't gonna stop you again, you know what I'm saying? Because you've already put the memory of it in your mind, of course. But then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, He not gonna take you back down that road, because He might have took you down there, but He says, hey, my child went through that and he or she endured, you know what I'm saying? They made it through it. So I don't have to put, you know, he or she back through that situation, because they showed me, you know, I knew, but I wanted them to know, you know what I'm saying? They showed me that they were strong enough and they could handle it, and they had faith in Him, in God. They had faith in God, and you knew God was going to get you through without a shadow of a doubt. No matter what the situation is, you know He's going to get you through, you know what I'm saying? That's when you get the power. You get empowered by God, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, then nothing is going to be able to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's going to be able to touch you. You going to be able to block out so much stuff, and you going to be able to see it coming, and you just going to be able to sidestep it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even going to be worth your time to address it. You know what I'm saying? You just go look at it and be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Miss me, you know? And it's the truth, you know, miss me. You know, so you got to keep your faith strong at all times. And trust me, it'll be a situation where you think that it ain't no faith in the world that could get you through it. None at all. Zero. You know what I'm saying? But you got to always remember, you are a child of God. You are His. So that mustard seed that you still have, you know what I'm saying, that itty bitty speckle of faith that you still have, you know what I'm saying, that you can't see, God still sees it. And then that's when He go reach His hand out and be like, I'm gonna guide you through this. You go through it, but I'm going to guide you through it. So next time, you know what I'm saying, we can miss it together, because we got through it together, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about you and God. That's what I'm, togetherness. You know, you got to try and be as close as possible at all times, because no matter what, you are about to be attacked at all directions, because you are a child of God. So the enemy is going to come at you because he knows, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what he wants. He wants the strongest of us, you know what I'm saying? So he can say he took that, you know, he took that fire from you, or whatever the case may be. Don't let him do it. Keep your faith strong, because I'm telling you, God always has a plan. As soon as it happened, before it happened, God knew the outcome of the situation. He knew it. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know it until you get to the end of that road, and the next morning you can wake up and be like, I'm glad that's over. You know what I'm saying? Look at the small victories. You know, nothing's never a wasted amount of time, you know what I'm saying? Especially if God brought you through something where it could have been completely and utterly way worse. I'm talking about completely way worse. It's never a waste of time. Always look at the victories, man. The small victories are some of the most important victories. You may be looking for a big, huge victory, but you got to understand, sometimes you need a staircase of victories so you can get to the major victory. You know what I'm saying? You need those steps. Sometimes baby victories is leading you to the main victory. You know what I'm saying? So just always keep that in mind. Always know, you know what I'm saying, that you have faith in God. Always keep that faith. You know what I'm saying? If you have to tell yourself repetitively, do it. You know what I'm saying? Speak it into existence. Say it out loud, you know, so you can hear it. You know, it ain't for nobody else to hear. I'm in the car by myself. Yeah, You go hear it, you know what I'm saying, later, you know, after I post it. Yeah, you'll hear it later or whatever. But what I'm going through right now, you're not in here with me, so you don't feel, you know what I'm saying, what I'm feeling. So it's not just for you, it's for me too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put it out there. And I know everybody who listens, you know what I'm saying, I know, you know what I'm saying, you know what this message is, you know what I'm saying? So always keep the faith. God got you. God got a plan. If you think that you done been beat up and you done been beat, you know, to your knees, to your hands, you know, you're on your hands and knees, you know, just look up. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes, say a prayer. You know, do that real quick. And then your load will get a little lighter, you know what I'm saying? And you'll feel it. Small victories count. You know what I'm saying? Small victories count. Become a better you. Each and every person who watches this, become a better you. Make that your prayer. My prayer that I say is, God, please help me become a better person through you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want. And it's working, you know, but it's baby steps. And I'm good with baby steps, because I know it could be a million baby steps. I'm gonna climb them, and then when I get there, I'm gonna be more than good, because, you know, I'll be armored up then. You know, ain't nothing gonna be able to touch me, because I'm gonna have my faith super strong. My belief is gonna be unmatched. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to tell me nothing about my God, you know what I'm saying, in a negative light, period. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing negative about the Son of God or God, because I'm gonna tell you now, that faith is real, and it'll get you through everything. So if you got that speckle, that mustard seed, you know what I'm saying, hold on to it, because it's going to grow, you know what I'm saying, and it's going to keep growing, and it's going to fill your whole body one day, and then nothing will be able to stop you. God first, family second, everything else will follow. I'll holler at y'all next week. Have a great week. I'll see y'all next week.